Hot dudes drink Americanos.
I drink Americanos then.
There we go. All right, so an Americano is just espresso with water. You know why it's called an Americano? Probably not. The story goes, so during World War II, when Americans were in Italy they only drink espresso. It was too strong for the American troops that were over there, so they would water it down. But yeah, that's the story behind Americano. Hello world, today we're here with Ian Fon. Your full name is Fonz? Just that's it? Or?
My actual last name is Fonville, but yeah, I go by Fonzian.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so he goes by Fonzian online, which I think Fonzian sounds cool as fuck. He's also just a dope human being, which is why I have him here today, because I saw him, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago on TikTok. Just has a really, really cool story. Wanted to bring him here, teach him how to make some coffee, have a conversation. So yeah, do you drink coffee a lot? I
don't drink coffee at all. I'm more a tea guy. Iced vanilla chai on the rocks, baby.
I mean, it's hard to go wrong with that. But today we're gonna cook up some coffee. We have this espresso machine here. You never used one before?
Nah.
All right, today we're gonna make a French vanilla iced Americano. So French vanilla is just hazelnut and vanilla syrup mixed together.
I didn't even know that.
Take this here, this is called a portafilter. Literally just put it in here into the grinder, just push it back till you hear one click, and it's gonna give you the correct amount of espresso in there, so you don't have to do anything else. You put that side down and kind of give it a twist, and then push it down on top. Now the espresso's ready.
Ooh.
Damn, bro. Strong as fuck. And you just ran here?
Yeah.
How far did you run?
3.5 real quick.
3.5, quick three. Now he's here.
I gotta run back.
And run back. We'll get you caffeinated and send you on your way there.
Yeah. Got the whole run. I was like, man, this coffee's about to hit.
You can grab some ice out of there. So like I said, we're doing French vanilla. Just eyeball, just like a splash of each one.
I like it sweet.
Fill it to that bottom ridge with water, and then you can just dump the espresso right on top. Final step, grab some of that creamer. This shit is the bomb from this company called Super Coffee, and put as much as you want. Hell yeah. That's it.
Solid.
All right, how hard was that to make?
Easy. 10 out of 10.
It was 10 out of 10 hard to make?
10 out of 10 easy.
All right. All right, let's do a little taste test, see what you think. Cheers, bro.
Cheers. I never had Americano in my life, I feel.
Really? Popped your Americano cherry.
Cheers.
All right, bro. Well, dude, whole reason I brought you here because I want to talk to you, get to know you a little bit. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Tailgate Coffee Table. Ian, welcome, man. I'm so glad you're here. Seeing you around, I know you're in Austin, and I've been very interested to talk with you. I don't know, how could I describe you, man?
I don't even know myself. I mean, I'm a Gymshark athlete, BPN athlete.
All around good dude. And I just like to kind of put you on the spot, give you the introduction. The whole reason I started this show, right, is there's two places where I feel like I've had some really amazing conversation. One, over a cup of coffee, and then two, so imagine you went to dinner with some friends. It seems like after dinner, like at dinner you have like some surface level conversation, but then after dinner you're all walking to your cars or whatever. And more times than not, I've found myself having like a deep one-on-one conversation with somebody for like 45 minutes. And that's why I created this environment, because I want to have a deeper level of conversation with some of these people that I either know from social media or have not met yet, but I think are cool people. And I just want to talk to people like you and get to know you and have you share who you are and some things that people may not get to see in the day-to-day stuff that they consume on social media, because social media, you can only share so much. You can share your entire life, you can share the personal brand that you built, but until you go long form, until you have a deep conversation with somebody, it can be tricky for people to get to know who you are at your core. And that's the whole reason that I'm doing this show. That's the whole reason I have you here. I found Ian, I think 2 years ago on TikTok.
Where was I 2 years ago?
You had a video that went viral. I'm sure you're cool with talking about this stuff. I've dealt with some of the same issues. Like I used to have pretty bad acne, and you used to have very severe acne.
Oh yeah.
And you had a video that went viral of you having the acne before and to where you are now with no acne, very handsome dude. And you were in the military, and now you found success in social media. And it's a very similar path that I kind of found myself going down, because I was in the Air Force for 5 years and I got out. I started working at Starbucks. I started making content, never with the intent to do anything with it.
Yeah.
But I started making content, then found massive success really quickly. And that's my real interest in talking to you is because you have a story that seems very similar to mine.
Yeah,
And
totally.
man, so I just want to hear it. I want to hear the story of Ian, of Fonz, and just tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open book. I mean, I'm not closed off at all. Like I'm free to talk about anything. Yeah, funny. I kind of forgot that. I don't know when people like ask me to describe myself or like content or blah blah blah. I never say acne, but that's when I first. That's like what it first started as, like just a video that popped off. I remember like it hit like 10 million in like the first like 2 weeks from like zero, and I have like zero followers and such. And yeah, like for the longest time, I felt like I was just known as like the acne transformation kid, whatever. And then like slowly, like that was just like my foot in the door to show like, hey, like I did all this work, but hey, look at me. Like I also do bodybuilding competitions. Like I'm a natural pro bodybuilder. And then now I'm doing marathons, and then Gymshark athlete, and then now I own this run club, and then I travel. Big part of my content, solo traveling too. Did a 3-month solo travel trip last summer. So like, I guess I don't know. I forget that part of me, I guess. And that's something that a lot of people can relate to, and something that I'm proud to share and proud of. Like that is my journey. That's like my hero pipeline, I guess.
So you were in the military, and then you posted that stuff about your acne transformation, and then what made you want to continue pursuing social media?
Yeah, I was in the military. I I've always wanted to do social media. So something that like people wouldn't know that's not too much on my channels. I tried to do social media when I was 16 and 17. Before I went in the military, because like that was when everything was booming at the time. Like Gymshark was like top of the top, like David Lade, like Steve Cook, all that era. And I wanted to do content and yada yada. And I actually had a fitness account. And funny enough, like it was called Shred Fawns back in the day. But now, my name is Fonzian. But it's called Shred Fawns. It was like just more tacky. But I was only 16, 17. But I remember like that's what my like biggest dreams, like if you want to do anything in the world, it would be I want to be a Gymshark athlete. I want to travel the world. Like exactly what I'm doing now. That's always been my end goal. And yeah, I guess I went in the military, and then I was like, I can't do this. Like this is silly. Like people in your station or whatever, are always like shitting on you for random stuff. I was an 18-year-old, like making little workout videos on the off time, at the station, and then people would just be clowning me. And I was like, you know what? Why am I doing this stuff, man? Like I was at search and rescue station. So we're like doing serious stuff. I'm like, what am I doing? Like making little workout videos when I'm supposed to be like saving people. I'm supposed to be a man now. Deleted my accounts. But then I joined the military, and then halfway through, I was like, dude, like this really isn't making me happy. I'm not fulfilled. I want to go back to what I was doing. So I just picked it back up and just kind of, I don't know, fuck the naysayers, I guess. But I built myself up for me. Like I just started taking working out seriously. I wanted to do a bodybuilding competition, so I started prep. And kind of how social media started again was because I was just like documenting my prep, I guess. And then during my prep, made that acne video. It blew up. And then, I don't know, just seeing the love, like, because I guess you just go from, like, I don't know, being in the military, I was just always alone. Like, I had a house, I was alone. Like, I had a couple of roommates, but they were just like coworkers I didn't really talk to. I would work, go to the gym, go home, nothing. Didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have a dog, no pet, like, just no interaction with anyone other than work. And I guess after social media, after it just blew up, I was like, wow, like, I feel loved, I feel important, I feel valued. And I like that feeling. Like, we all like attention, like, at the end of the day. So I think I just like that. And it was something I've always wanted to do. So it was like, all right, I got my foot in the door. Let's fucking ride.
Okay. A couple
A lot of
things.
info.
No, yeah. A couple things I wanted to that you said that kind of piqued my curiosity or piqued some thoughts of mine. You talk about in the military, being solo, being kind of alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely relate, and I think a lot of other dudes in the military can relate. A lot of time, the military gets painted as this like Chad dude that is just, I don't know, works out all the time and is
We're all lonely.
Yeah, dude. And seriously, like majority of the dudes that I knew in the military were pretty lonely dudes.
Yeah.
It's either that or you get married at like fucking 18,
Yeah.
and then have a kid at like 19,
Yeah, and then you just have
you
no
live
life.
your life
and you're
miserable.
Just,
Yeah. So this, I don't know, it was just something funny that you brought up, that a lot of people in the military are very lonely. If you don't get deployed, if you're just here stateside, it's a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I was overseas in Korea, and I loved it. That was my first duty station. I love the military there. And then I came back and I was stationed here in Texas, and dude, I hated my life. I was miserable. I was in like the worst shape, the worst like mental health I'd ever been in.
So
Thankfully,
you went to Korea and then back to Texas?
yeah,
Okay.
I unfortunately lost my follow on to Italy because I came back for a girl. I like canceled my 2-year assignment and came back early to be with this fucking girl.
You were able to do that?
Yeah. I literally had to like sacrifice part of my, bro, talk about some like simp shit. I like had to sacrifice part of my pay from that first year, all to come back for this fucking girl.
Really?
And we're obviously not even together anymore.
Yeah, well, it was like, not to get too deep into it, but she was like, oh, like, you need to come back or we're done type thing. You're like, all right, like.
Yeah, it was just like, I can't do the long distance thing. And so I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to cut my orders early, sacrifice my fucking follow on to Italy, and come back to the middle of nowhere in West Texas and be with you, and we'll live a happy life together. And totally opposite of what happened. Like, we were together for like a couple years, but it was like the most toxic relationship ever.
I have a similar story too.
We split up, and super crucial in my character development for sure. But yeah, it was working in the military stateside. Unless you have a cool fucking job, it's a basic 9 to 5, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change my life in any way. If I could go back and do it again, I would join the military and do the same exact shit. But it's definitely a struggle, but it led me to where I am today. So I'm super grateful for it. And man, when I got out, so I wasn't doing social media when I was in the military, kind of like how you had already kind of started and had some interest before. I didn't start it until after I got out. I got out in 2016, and then I started doing social media stuff in 2017. I'm very fortunate and thankful that I started when I did, because it was still just photos back then. There was no video content, and making video content is a lot harder than making photo content.
What, you're like posting photos of coffee?
Yeah. So I was just posting. So I still do the same thing now that I did that very first post. I make coffee recipes that are lower calorie, lower sugar, just better for you ultimately. And it helps people that love this shit, like a white mocha frappuccino or whatever. They love that stuff, and it's got 600 calories, and they want to lose weight and they want to live a healthier life. It's an alternative that allows them to enjoy their same coffee drink, but not have it impact their health in a negative way. Yeah, dude, I definitely get the validation thing. Just coming from being such a hyper independent person all the way since I was a child, like I'm having an impact in the world. It was a very fulfilling thing. And so I totally get that.
Yeah, it is fulfilling, I guess. Yeah, it's funny that you said that, like, hyper independent person. Now that I realize, like, growing up, I mean, I'm the youngest of 4 brothers. Well, I have 3 brothers, but youngest of 4 guys. But like, it was kind of like I saw my brothers leave, so I had to be independent, I guess. And then like my mom and dad were like kind of like chillax more on me. So I guess like I have been like alone per se. And so it's just funny that that's right. Like that's kind of my pipeline too. And why I am the way I am, I guess.
Now you're an extreme community builder, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I just find fulfillment by bringing up other people. Like I feel like I didn't know my purpose like 3 years ago, but I feel like my purpose now is help other people find their potential. I just find like in everyday life, something that literally just makes me get up and makes me fulfilled is like helping my friends to not even just like simply be better, but like if I'm doing some hard shit, I want my friend to do that hard shit, because not because I want someone to do it with me, but because I know I'm bettering myself and I want him to better himself too. So it just like goes hand in hand. Like, I know your potential is way greater than what you are doing, and I can push you to be there.
Growth doesn't come when you're comfortable, for sure. And it takes a real friend to tell someone when they need to be doing better.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm that friend that'll walk to your house at 6:30 a.m. and get you up on a run because we said we were gonna do that at 12 a.m. last night when we were, going out or something. Yeah. I do with my friends all the time. I mean, we got up at 6 a.m. this morning and ran. And I ran with my buddies, but then I trailed off because I came over here. But it's funny, like I literally have this video of us on Instagram, and it like blew up to like 2 mil. And we said that we were going to go run at 7 a.m. in the morning, and then no one answered my phone. No, everyone was just ghosting me. And we only live down the street from each other. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to pop over to the house. And I go in on every single person and wake them all up. And they're like, no, fuck you. I'm not going, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, recording them. We end up getting out and creating like a bunch of viral videos from that. And just having like, it was one of the best memorable times. Like we ran 5 miles, we jumped in Barton Springs. And like, that was just like our bonding time. And I just feel like, I don't know. I'm that friend that wakes you up. Moral of the story.
Yeah. Have you always been like that?
Since high school I have, but like it literally, I feel like my life started once my acne ended. Because before I had my acne, I had my acne when I was 16 and ended when I was 17. But like before I had my acne, I was just a regular dude, I guess. But we were young, like we don't really have too much identity. But I always played baseball and I was just a baseball kid. But like once I got my acne and then I got rid of it, I felt like I was like, all right, this is like my second chance. Like I felt like I literally like reincarnated. So at 17, like I started working out. I started having like all this discipline. I was prepping for boot camp. So like I came from a small school, but I was like one of the only kids in my school that was working out hard as hell every single day. Like after the gym, after school, I would go to the gym after the acne, at least. I was known as like that gym bro guy, that like disciplined guy. Like people were like asking me for my workout programs. And like I was 17, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but like, I was doing something. So I have, but only since 17. But before that, I was like a piece of shit kid. Like didn't run. Yeah. I never ran. Like I run now, but I never ran in all of high school. Like I only started running last year, but like, yeah, never ran, never did physical stuff, just played baseball. And I was like, yeah, that's like good enough. But I was just a skinny kid.
A lot of people place so much pressure on kids to figure out what they want, figure out what they're going to do, to be extremely disciplined, but they're fucking kids, dude.
Yeah, like be a kid as long as you can. I don't know about you, but like I get DMs all the time of like, I'm 15, like especially I feel like because I'm majoring in the fitness space that I'm 15, like what do I need to do to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dog, like you don't even need to be working out. Like you can if you want to, but like I literally tell, and whenever kids like 15, even to like 18, come up to me and ask like, dude, what is a diet? What is a routine? I'm like, dude, just go hard as fuck in the gym. You lift heavy and you go home and you eat protein in every single meal and eat like a beast. Other than that, have fun. Like don't track your lifts. Don't track your calories. Just go crazy with it. And like you're at the time where you can have this leniency and just literally be a dog and you'll gain.
Yeah, 100%. There's so much information out there, though, it fucks people up, right?
Yeah.
It's like an overload of bullshit.
Yeah, that's a problem now. Like with social media, we have too much information and too many people spewing facts that just facts, and it just meddles with people's minds. And when in reality, like I always try to keep it as simple as I can if I spit people advice. But at the same time, like I'm not trying to add on to people spitting like fake facts, I guess. But like I always keep it like so simple when giving fitness advice, like whole foods, get your cardio in, lift like a beast. Like,
yeah, the hard thing is that people trust quote unquote influencers and content creators more than they trust, or I don't know, more or the same as they trust like a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
And it just speaks to the power that content creators have and how you have to use that shit responsibly. Like when you give advice to somebody, you can't just tell someone this is what you have to do or else it's not going to work. Because there's so many ways to climb the mountain. It's not just one way that's going to get somebody up there.
Totally agree. But also I feel like at the same time, the audience, like have some, not to be like a dick, but like have some common sense, man. Like you can't just take what they say, like, all right, that's what it is. And I don't know anything else. Like take it in. But like also evaluate for yourself. Like you're a fucking human being too. Like, does that make sense? Think about it, bro. Like I did bodybuilding competitions for 3 years and people would always be like, dude, what is the best way to get abs? What's the best way to get that shredded? And like, dude, there's so many different ways. Like I could give you my way, but that might work for you. And like, it's the same as if I ask a elite marathon runner, like, yo, what is your exact training plan? Like chances are like that will not work for me. Like I'll get injured if I have that much volume or, you know what I mean? Like there's so much that goes into it other than like, boom, that's what you need to do. You're good.
Yeah. People overcomplicate
the
hell out of everything. And I think that anxiety is a part of it. I think fear mongering type stuff is making people feel like they need to know everything before they can even get started. They feel like they have to be, and then once they do get started, they feel like they have to be at your level tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like, comparison is thief of joy type of thing. Like people want to get the info and then want to be this in a month. And if they're not like, well, it didn't work because I don't look like him and I did exactly what he did. But like, bro, like, I don't know. If I give my advice, I've been working out for 7 years. Like, I've been doing this thing for a long time. Like, it's not gonna have the same results. And like, also, if like we're talking about fitness and, you know, performance and stuff, like everyone is just built differently, like had different genetics. Like, you know, you're way taller than me and you have an advantage on, you know, deadlift or like whatever. So like things are just so much different. Or like we have different insertions. If someone's like, oh, dude, I want your abs. It's like, bro, my abs are showing at 50% body fat compared to whatever. And like some people's abs don't even show at 8%. In comparison, like my legs don't lean out as much and like my legs aren't as big, even though I put the same amount of work as so-and-so and I know what to do. Like, I don't know. There's just so many like different things to go about that.
Yeah.
But
what's something you're currently working on? Like, what's something that you're battling with, or is there anything you're struggling with right now? It doesn't have to be related to social media or what's something you're working towards. Cause you know, you said the goal for you is always to be a Gymshark athlete, be on social media, and you've accomplished a ton of shit that you've envisioned for probably a long time now.
yeah.
And so what's moving you forward?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's something I've been struggling with for the past like month and a half. I've kind of been in a rut because I have accomplished everything that I've wanted, but like I'm not completely fulfilled for some reason. So like it's been messing with my head for the past month and a half because like I'm finally at this point where I have everything, and like the past 4 years I've been like reaching for it, and like that, like the journey was always fulfilling. Like not having it, I was like always had something I had to chase for, but now I have all the things that I want, and so it's like, okay, what now? And I think the thing that drives me now is continuing to do hard shit that I don't think I could do. So like I climbed Mount Everest base camp in March with no training. Like that's not like an insane feat, but it's not something that everyone just does. Did that, and then I got into running in October and ran a marathon the next month, ran another marathon the next month, and then I ran an ultra marathon 50 miles in June. So haven't been running for a year, and I ran 2 marathons and an ultra marathon and hiked Everest base camp, like all things that I didn't think I was capable of within this time period. And now, honestly, I'm just trying to get very efficient and at a very high level of running. But in addition, traveling to insane places as well. Like I'm looking to do another solo trip here soon. I don't know where, but I want to just go somewhere crazy, maybe South America.
Hey friends, if you're like me, always on the move, whether it's lifting, playing pickleball, hiking, snowboarding, or even just walking the dog, then you know hydration is key. But it's not just about drinking water, it's about balance. And that's where Element comes in. Element is an electrolyte drink mix that keeps me feeling my best no matter what I'm doing. With a science-backed ratio of sodium, potassium, and magnesium without any sugar or junk, I take it everywhere, on the court, on the trails, and especially in the car for long drives. And right now, Element is offering a free sample pack with your first purchase. Just go to drinkelement.com/themacrobarista. Stay fueled, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next adventure.
Just basically putting myself out of my comfort zone. But in addition, I want to build some concrete and physical shit out of all of this social media stuff that I do. Like I want to create a gym or create a product that I can have everlasting, that doesn't rely on me making silly TikTok videos of my outfit or something. You know, like I've been thinking like, okay, maybe I want to create an energy drink, or I want to, I don't know, create a hair product. But I don't know, create some physical stuff that I could put my passion into, something that's, I don't know, separate from me.
Yeah. Do you have fears that social media is not a long game?
I don't have fears. I know it's not, and I've just kind of accepted it, but I know it. I knew that ever since I got into it. Like, I can't be making little thirst trap videos of my Mustang when I'm 40 years old. Like, it's whatever. But I also do know that I'm in, I don't want to say the prime, but like I'm on the big rise right now, and I need to take advantage of as much as I can right now. So that is a fear, I guess, like that I'm not making too much physical stuff out of the prime that I have right now. But I do know like I have a good amount of years left. Yeah. Like I'm not, and it's not going to end next year. I mean, we don't know when it is, but I feel like it's not going to end next year. Like I got a good prime 5 years before shit starts dying. 23, but I just turned 23.
Yeah.
But you know, I got some prime left. And the next, you know, if I made all this happen in less than a year, then I can fucking make more shit happen in 5 years.
Absolutely.
So
1000%. I didn't even start social media till I was like almost 24, and I'm 31 now. And man, just to share something with you.
I want to hear your story too.
And if anyone listening, I deal with this thing like once a year or like once every year and a half or so, or maybe 2 years, where I get this feeling of like, fuck, my content's not performing. I get kind of caught up, and I'm like, oh no, my content's not performing. Oh no, I haven't worked with any companies lately.
Yeah, like just crash out and want to like delete everything, and like just like, all right, maybe I should live a normal life.
I just get this negative feeling, and then a few weeks will go by, and then something will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet with a new brand. I'll make some sort of wave, like my content will pick back up, or something will happen to where I'm like, okay, this is just the journey of entrepreneurship, of being a creator. It comes in waves, and it comes in highs and lows, but it's just about monitoring, keeping your expectations idled and at a baseline level, rather than getting too excited when shit pops off or getting too low when things are not popping off at the moment. Because at some point they're going to be like, shit's just not going to be as good. At another point in the year, shit's going to be peaked up for like a few months. And so I've been on social media for a long fucking time, dude. And so that feeling of like, it could end tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for it to creep in for me.
It's always prevalent in the back of my mind, but I feel like you got to bet on yourself and trust yourself to make this shit happen no matter what. You know, like if you got to evolve with the content, the algorithm or whatever you want to call it, then like make it happen.
I mean, you do. But you have to evolve. Yeah. And that's something that I've learned over this last X amount of years is that, like, dude, I started off taking pictures and I was not on video. I'd never shot video. I'd never edited video. So I had to learn how to be on camera, even though I'm making simple fucking videos in my truck. Like, hey, this is how you order this.
Oh yeah. But like even the start, it's like hard to I remember using TikTok for the first time and I was like, how the fuck do you make these cuts? Like, how do you even add music? Like it was just like so unaesthetic. But it's funny. I'm sure you can relate. Now it's just second nature. Just boom, 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 done. Yeah. Like I teach, like I like got my friends into creating too. Like all my raw dog buddies, like they weren't too into it early in January, and I've like taught them how to do it. And it's just funny because at first they were like, dude, how the hell are you so proficient? Like they would take an hour on an edit and I would do it in 5 minutes and make it, you know, so much more cleaner. Yeah. So no, I totally feel you. Like when you first start, it's like, what the hell is this? Like, how do you even do this? Especially for you. I can't believe you started when there was no video. Yeah, it was just different back then.
Wait, so how did you pop off from like a photo of coffee or something, you know?
It wasn't the photo. It was the concept. You know, it was not really a thing. It was, you can go to Starbucks and you can order a low-calorie drink. You can do your cut. You can do your bodybuilding show, and you can still enjoy a caramel latte. And so, you know who Christian Guzman is?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, we just did a run.
OG. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys were there. OG, late 2017. His YouTube was prime. And he put me a slight 5-second screen recording of my page on his YouTube video. One of his girls, his assistants, had shown him, and he put it on his YouTube video. Didn't even actually shout me out. Just put that screenshot. Yeah. I gained fucking 30K overnight.
What?
And then from that moment forward, the whole fitness industry, like it just, so I had like 35K at that point.
Yeah, we're on you for the rest.
And then it was just an insane trajectory after that.
Ooh. That's like what actually kickstarted you?
I would say so.
Really?
And then we've been tight since then, which is cool. I mean, I'm not going to say that I credit him to like my success at all, but having him like quote unquote vouch for me or put in that good word and just show it to his YouTube viewers just gave me so much more eyes. And then I just gained the traction from there was just fucking nuts, dude. It was like every day, like 10K, 20K, it was just insane. And, that was just based off pictures.
Why did you start it yourself? Like, I don't know. I feel like back then it wasn't like prevalent to share share on social media, like overshare, especially to share a coffee recipe. I don't know.
And what's crazy too, it's funny. I was just on a road trip 3 weeks and I had a lot of time in the fucking car with my girlfriend. So I did a lot of like I looked back through my story archives to when I very first started, and I just didn't realize what I was doing. And I was just sharing like me. I was in school. I was sharing my story of how I got out, how I got out of the military, how I was going to school, how I was just on this journey of trying to become a physical therapist and just helping people with this coffee content. I was in the Air Force, but I wasn't into fitness at all.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking surprise.
Yeah.
So after I got out and I was working at Starbucks, I was like, damn, why am I gaining weight? And then I realized like, holy shit, there's a lot of sugar and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, okay, I'll just start making my own like protein shake type things at work. I posted it on Facebook. Someone's like, hey, post it on Instagram. Posted it on Instagram and I got some slight love. Back when I came up, I would post a lot about myself too. I would post kind of a lot of like self-help type stuff because I was on a journey of self-discovery at that time as well. And I would get thousands of comments, like no fucking joke, thousands of comments where I would make a post. I would write a long ass caption back in the days when people still write captions.
Yeah.
I would write a long ass caption about my experience with, I don't know, my past relationship or how I'm moving through it. And then I would get thousands of comments about people relating to it and being like, wow, I feel connected. Like it's nice to hear somebody's voice, what I'm feeling, blah, blah, blah. And so it wasn't just about the coffee. Like, yeah, the coffee is what really made me go like mainstream, but a lot of these people followed me back then because they wanted to follow my story. And storytelling is such an important part of social media and building a brand. And that's so along with the concept of low calorie coffee, but also the concept of just like this young kid trying to figure out who he is and sharing it with people along the way.
Yeah.
I attribute those two things are, I feel like, why my page grew so rapidly.
No, I feel that too. Like, I feel like that's why people follow me too. Like, it doesn't matter what I post. People just kind of follow me for the journey, I guess, and seeing what I went through and like, what's he going to do next, blah, blah, blah. Like, people care about my life, like, more than me. Like, I'll get people that are like, dude, you haven't been posting as frequently. Like, what's up? Cause like, I just been going through it this past month. I'm like, damn, like the fact that you notice that I haven't been posting as frequently and yada, yada, yada. And then I'll have like, like just those fans that know you that are like battling people in the comments for me. Like, I made this video, talking about like me being a Latino and I'm half Guatemalan, but I don't look like it fully. And people are like, you're not fucking Latino, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, if you watch his YouTube videos, you would know his mama's full Guatemalan and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, go, Kaya.
No, it's sick. It's a whole journey in itself. If you don't remain grounded in who you are, social media can fuck you up. The Hawk Tua girl,
Yeah.
she gets a fuck ton of hate.
Yeah.
And I understand. I understand people hating on her. Yeah. Because she blew up off of saying some silly stuff online, but then she's smart. She used it to her advantage. She has a decent personality and she's turned herself into a quote unquote content creator influencer and has blown up. And I mean, I think good on her. I think so there's value in comedy. There's value in being just personable with people. Yeah. I think that there's value in just being yourself online, even if you're not doing something crazy, if you're not teaching people shit.
Yeah, if you're not giving any value, but entertainment is value.
It is. I saw your story and it resonated with me in the way that I came up myself. And you never know who you're going to impact with your content. With stuff you post online, you never know what one video is going to do for somebody or what way it's going to make them feel that could change their life or just change their day or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to even wrap my head around when people are like, dude, your story like changed my life, or like even you posting your journey like changed my life. Like that's just insane that I'm just posting being myself and people's whole trajectory of life gets changed. But like it's so true. Like I mean, I look at other influencers. Like I used to really fancy this one travel influencer. His name was Shred Bundy back in the day, and he was traveling fit guy, and like that sparked the vision for me and to be this travel influencer fitness guy. And so like I don't credit everything to him, but like it sparked something inside of me.
Yeah.
So
you never know.
Did you know him too?
Yeah.
You've seen him? He's a British
kid
guy.
now, right?
Yeah, he's a kid now.
Yeah, I still follow him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, dude. Freaking sick physique.
It's just funny, you know? You get that spark inside of you from just seeing someone, and that could change your whole trajectory. You will never hate on someone if you're so busy and doing your own stuff. Like I can acknowledge that like Hawk Tua's stuff is just like, all right, like kind of like brain rot stuff. But I'm so busy doing my own shit. I don't care about her shit. Yeah. Like I'll have entertainment from it, but I would never be like, you don't deserve everything that you got. Like
let people fucking have their thing. there's so much space in the world. There's so much money in the world.
So much love to go around, man. We could all win.
One question, man, is I asked this to all my guests, and you probably heard me. He came in at the tail end when I was talking to Matt Choi.
I don't remember it.
But we don't get asked this much anymore as adults. And the question is, who do you want to be when you grow up?
Honestly, just a kind person to everyone. I make New Year's Eve goals every single year, and I actually accomplish them. Like, that's also something I'm known for, I guess. And something I said today is being a kind and friendly person to everyone I meet and radiating happiness and life. And if I could just be that, that's all I want to be for the rest of my life. Like, anyone who I encounter on my path, I radiate happiness to where they're in my bubble and instantly they have these endorphins. As long as I'm that person, that's all I want to be, I guess. It's not a physical job. It's not anything. It's just the aura that I want to have.
Well, dude, you're 100% on the right track. I mean, when I met you a week ago, just briefly ran into you. Yeah, you 100% put off a very positive energy, a very positive aura. So, but anyways, man, I really appreciate you being here today. Had a great conversation. I feel like we could talk for fucking hours.
Yeah,
just
totally good.
Yeah.
You literally me in like 7 years.
100%.
We literally have the nose ring. I used to have way longer hair. It was right here, and I just cut it like last month. But
Let's jack though.
yeah, and we got the tats. Let's go.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, dude. Thank you again for coming on today. I think there was some really great takeaways. Hopefully, people got to know you on a little bit deeper level. That's my goal with the show. And let's check in a year or 2 years and see what's going on with the lore.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'll be around.
All right, bro.
Oh yeah,
Later.
appreciate you.